Hello guys, welcome to High Stock Return channel. Today we have a special topic, that is high dividend yield stocks, in especially in Indian market, which are listed on BSE and NSE stock exchanges. So these stocks are very important in your portfolio, since they provide a confirm visibility of return in terms of dividend, and also provide a potential of appreciating over a time. So what is high dividend yield stock here? So first and foremost is that it provides 5 to 10% of annual dividend yield. No matter whatever is the market situation, company has that ability, and company has a long track record of paying such kind of high dividend yield over 10 years. It is increasing dividend amount over the years also, and the stock has a potential especially to appreciate 5 to 7% annually based on the business strategy the company devises. And of course company's business is having a long term visibility of revenue. So these are some of you can say the characteristics or definition of high dividend yield stock. What are the specific characteristics of dividend yield stock? So generally, the companies, those who give high dividend yield, has a long-term contracts with customers, or they have a business such that they don't require higher capex continuously due to change and obsolescence in technology and business environment. Companies business is more or less say monopolistic in nature, so that there are very limited players in that business. We'll discuss what kind of companies they are, and company also is having a reasonable expansion growth plan in their future agenda. So if these things are matching, then definitely the stock will have a ability, potential to give a good dividend over years. So let us discuss some of best dividend stocks in stock market. One stock is the Power Finance Corporation. As you know that this company is in the business of lending to power plant project developers like Power Grid, Adani Transmissions, TS Genco, all the state utility company, national level utility company like NTPC, NHPS, SJVN. So it provides capital to build the power projects, and once the power projects are built, it gets the revenue in terms of their installments, the principal amount as well as interest. The company has a robust portfolio, and majority of its clients are the state utility and government-owned company. So there is a literal chance that these borrowers will default on their payment. So in that way, PFC, the principal amount is very secure. And as we see, the loan assets, if you see, all are AAA or A plus rated by ICRA and CARE rating companies. Now comes to dividend side. If you see last 9-10 years, the dividend yield you can see 8% on an average, including one bonus. So you can see that on an average, a company can deliver 10 to 12% annually, uh, and compounding would be more than 25-30%. Uh, so we can say that this stock is a really truly dividend yield stock, and it's a very safe stock. Everyone should have this one in its portfolio, and especially when there is a weak market, it will be available at very low P/E ratio, where you can have it over time and get returns more than fixed deposits. Similarly, another company is NMDC. NMDC doesn't require any introduction. It's a government-owned company, and it involves in the exploration of iron ore, copper, rock, phosphate, limestone. Majority of steel companies in India are the customer of NMDC, and it is the largest provider of iron ore to steel company. And as when we can see that customers are all GSW Steel, SR Steel, Tata Steel, POSCO, Ashti Spudnigam, and as long as there is a steel demand is there in Indian market, NMDC will benefit from this steel demand. And though it is a cyclical stock, it revenues also fluctuates from the steel demand, but it has a good balance sheet, virtually debt-free company, and we can see their dividend yield over time is around 5.2% on an average. Similarly, another good company is that Indiabulls Housing Finance, and it is in the business of providing home loans to individual resident as well as NRI. It has a very strong loan book, 1.13 lakh crore, and NPA is very less because it is B2C company kind of. It is providing to the customers. The NPA is a parameter to look into that how much loan, what percentage of loan is not getting back from the customer because of the default or whatever customer is failing to provide principal plus interest to back to the company. And you can see its dividend track record is also very good since last 10 years, around 5.1%. So this one is a good stock to have in your portfolio for consistent income. Another good company is the BPCL. As we know that it is one of the largest refiner in India, and having a business in terms of petrol, diesel, retailing, lubricants, aviation fuels, gas, LPG, and it has a wide network of LPG, LNG, petrol and diesel through their petrol pumps. So BPCL, as we see, the average dividend yield over 10 years is around 6.61%. And as you know that the petrol and diesel prices are deregulated, it has a very good potential to appreciate over time as well as the capability of providing a good dividend yield. Moreover, BPCL is also a target of privatization. So in view of that, it's a very nice stock for a long term. Another new stock which is recently listed on NSE and BSE is Indian Railway Finance Corporation. And generally, it is in the business of borrowing fund and lending it to the various company and the Ministry of Railway. Roughly 60 to 70% of Ministry of Railways budget spending is through IRFC. So you can understand that it is a very low risk business, and there is a assured return over borrowing and lending side. So it has a limited data for dividend yield is 4.85 for last year, and it has a customer like Rail Vikas Nigam, Railtel, Konkan Railway. These are all government owned company. So there is no risk that this company will default and company will lose money. If you look at their financial figure, profit after tax margin as we see is a 20 to 28%, and net worth return is 13 to 11%. If you do the compounding over 5 or 10 years, definitely it will be more than 20%. So this is also one of a good candidate for a high dividend yield. And in a weak market, when prices goes below 20 or 21 level, you can buy this stock for your portfolio. So likewise, there is several companies on high dividend yield category, and the stock market veteran Rajesh Kumar has discussed these companies, in detail, and has discussed their business, and particularly why they are giving a return, in last 10 years, 15 years, and why they will continue to do that. And he also discussed when to enter in this company stock market. So he has, there is one book on that, and you can get a free copy on Amazon to get more idea about these companies. So with that, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have liked that video.